and we would get a drink of water at a spring, and they called that Anthony Clun.
So tell me how much you fought with your sister.
Well, I used to pull her hair, and she had chewing gum in her hair, and I would take the scissors and cut it out. And her hair got shorter and shorter, and Daddy, he'd give me a haircut, and I said, I think I better have a woman to cut my hair. It was just like a boy. I wore a cap.
And you still do?
Yeah.
Is that where you got the nickname Pete from?
Because my head was always cold, because it was cold at the Wise House. It was cold everywhere we went.
How long did you all live at the Wise House?
I don't know, Alma and Cree and me lived in there, and Mom had a baby boy, and it was stillborn, and they took it over to the granddad's and buried it in that cemetery. And it was a little sheep.
I didn't realize y'all were living at the Wise place when that happened.
Oh, another thing, we had this well, and we would, was a bucket that you'd run down in there and suck the water up and set it over on the side.
Okay.
And carry it in the house. And then you had a dinner bucket. I mean a dipper.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd use that.
And facing your deepest fears.
And I had a set of dishes.
The only way to do it.
Who broke them?
I think
Had 2 pieces left.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes. But you know, they taught us to fight
Who did?
at school.
Oh.
Because by being teacher's daughter, they was always picking on you. It didn't matter where you went.
Well, they didn't pick on Creed, right? Just
Sure
you.
they did. She was carrying her books, and she'd drop them, and they didn't bother to help her pick them up.
Did she have help dropping them?
Probably they did.
We
when I went to school.
had a book section back then
Uh-huh.
in grade school with a handle and a pouch on the front, and you could hook it shut.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, my primer burned up in Gerald's house.
Did
Oh, no.
I had that at Grover School.
Creed help you with your
Really?
Oh, Cree and I went to Rio. It's about 4 miles, one way.
uphill move?
And we got sugar in a bag, a paper bag. Brought it back. We decided we would catch this sunfish in the water. Well, we dropped the sugar in the water. And we grabbed it up as much as we could, and we brought that back home.
Did you get your butt packed?
We got the sunfish, and Mom fried them for us. We didn't have nothing to eat. We had that plantain that we had on the ground that we had to take a little knife and cut that out.
Mm-hmm.
Daddy said he'd give us some money if we cut that out while he was gone. He was gone sometimes 2 weeks.
Mm.
What do you do?
He went to
go get
Shepherdstown
educated.
to renew his certificate. And then when we went down to Partner Anderson's, we went after they built the house over home. I would go with him at every parish, and I'd help him paint and varnish.
Mm.
And he'd give me, and then when I worked at the school and swept and picked up paper and put it in the trash, and give me $3 a month, or maybe $3 every 3 months.
Hmm.
And we had a water cooler, and we had to go way up there around the corner at Gladstone's, or at Galen's house, and get water out of the spring and carry it
One
down.
at the road.
Because that water down there at the schoolhouse at Oak Grove was just as red. Even if they put a filter on, it was still red.
Really?
But you know, up at the trailer, the water was really good. But down at Road of Spades, it was red.
That's strange.
Yeah, we had our fights, and we had several episodes.
So,
But we got along.
well, you survived it apparently.
Which one got in trouble the most?
Me, I guess. Daddy called me Cotton Top, and we'd go up Sperry's Run.
Okay.
Put me in little rocking chair, and they would
Cotton
Mom would play
Top.
the piano, and he'd play the violin, and Paul Renner used to go up there on Timber Ridge, High View, you know, and they would, and Paul would have this Chinese outfit on. They changed, you know, and Daddy would have a different outfit on because he didn't want him to know who he was. And,
Was this up at Mount Airy School?
oh, I went to Mount Airy School. And
But I thought they
you
I
know
thought
what
they did.
They put on plays up there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
Well, you said they played the bars too.
yeah. We did play the bars. Went up to Grassy Lick.
Okay.
Don't know where that is.
That's
Yeah, we've been everywhere.
Grassy Lick up towards PD Springs, or is it
We went up to Cape Springs, Guy and I did.
okay?
And we saw little Jimmy. We saw Jimmy Dickens, and one plays Orange Blossom Special. Buck Owens. No, it wasn't Buck Owens. It was Buck Ryan. And
What is that? Buck Ryan?
yeah.
Oh
He
my!
did play the Orange Blossom Special. I don't know if you've heard that or not. And then they played that, and it sounded like a train a coming by when they played it. And they did have trains. When we went to Cass, West Virginia, and they had a train that took us up there, but there wasn't nothing. Just they called it the Big Ear, and that's about all you got. You could see the stars and everything, but you couldn't get no television or nothing. Couldn't even get a radio.
So
Well, they block it on purpose.
Yeah.
so, how much do you remember about Martha Ellen Hahn?
You know she burned her house down.
No, I hadn't heard that.
Yes.
No, I heard what she told. I heard what she said about
She
Alma.
took a teapot with her after she went out. And
She's the one that said that Alma should be whitewashed, right?
yeah,
I'm sorry.
What's
My apologies.
but you see,
That was
she said should be done too, and she would give
my apologies.
them brown or tan like socks with a stocking garter, and we wouldn't get anything. She didn't give us anything because we was black.
That's what she.
We was sunburned.
Home from being active.
I was like my son a lot. I'd have a hat, but I'd throw it all. Because I was always helping Mom in the garden. And the sweat bees and the wood ticks and everything was biting me and the mosquitoes. We didn't have anything much to ward them off. Of course, we had the 7-year itch. Both of us did. All of us had it. And my gosh, the 7-year itch, it was the 7-year itch. Mom had to wash everything every day. Change everything. Wash everything.
We've been married 7 years.
Yeah, that
it was
was
Marilyn
over
Monroe
at,
movie.
I thought it was too.
at the Wise House. Not the Wise House, Carton Harrison House, where we went. And of course they had ducks and they'd go out there and lay their eggs in that water and
I'll keep filming till the
or on
battery
the
runs
edge
out.
and we'd get them and gosh, they're tough. But it was eggs. Of course, the chicken don't lay eggs only a certain time. In the winter, he don't do much when it's cold.
Well, they're always in a grocery store.
Well, we didn't have no grocery store.
My mother's got three chickens, and they certainly don't lay
They
when it's
don't do
cold.
We had Dominics and white ones.
I didn't.
It wasn't
like
a
Annie.
Tyson chicken.
Well, I thought in this area it was Pilgrim's Pride.
We called them pullets. We would have them in the. I have 8 eels. I have 8 squirrels.
You ever eat rabbits?
And yeah, we would have a rabbit trap and go get them. But the only certain time you get them, they have warbles. Did you know that?
They had what?
Warbles.
No.
It's a big round thing, knot on them, and they call them warbles. And you couldn't eat them then.
What, they were diseased?
But you get them in the wintertime. Used to have them at Yellow Springs hanging up when it was cold. They froze. And you'd pull the skin off when you got back home. They left the fur on them. Or if they had them, they would take them in there where it was cold and you put him in a sack and take him home. I've ate frogs too, up at Granddad's. They're still shaking in the skillet. But they
Really?
They was good.
You got anything to add?
She didn't have nothing.
You're gonna let her do all the talking.
How about 3 of you in the sack? Who was in the middle?
Me, I was roasted.
Really?
We had one.
The story I heard was she was in the middle.
No, she was next to the wall, and the bed fell. That was later on. The bed fell down. Alma went over. She had another room, and she had a steel bed. Still had the bed, and Paula still had that bed. She took it down to Cape Bridge, and still took that bed, and had a twin mattress on it.
It's probably in the basement.
I don't know. I don't know where Bob has all that stuff.
Same place, same place Paula had it before.
Yeah, he hadn't done much with it.
No, he hasn't.
It was, she had it in her room, and an old
Oh.
chest, with drawers and an old,
Didn't he clear out the house?
it was antique.
He cleared all.
The one that she grew up in.
He cleaned the porch off.
No, the one
She
that
grew up in.
the one she
That's
grew
somebody
up,
else.
Yes.
the one she grew up in at Cape and Springs. moved everything out into that shop.
Yes.
But the one, up on, Timber Ridge, down near Cape and Bridge,
Yeah.
that one,
It's packed.
well, actually, he said he was finally able to get the front door
You
open.
know why all them papers was there? Because they just kept piling them up there, and she was gone. She had died,
Well,
and she'd been down to that. First, she was over at Yellow Springs, and she wouldn't eat much till they come to help her. That was over the Glen place, close to the mill.
okay. Yeah, she was staying in somebody's house over there after her surgery,
Yeah,
and she had somebody bringing her groceries every once in a while.
yeah,
And I can't remember whose house it was, but they were away and they basically stocked the place for her.
yeah. Yeah.
Because I remember it was one of the few times that I actually knew where she was for about 6 weeks.
I didn't know. I didn't pick up on her being sick this year.
Bob says she didn't.
You know
He didn't
what?
know it either.
No.
We'd go down to Cape Bridge, and she would eat. She'd get that Waldorf salad, and she'd go in there and throw up in the bathroom. And she had a wig on.
Oh, I knew that. And we spent most of the 4th of July with them, and ended up going up to Cape and Springs to watch the fireworks.
Yeah.
And she didn't eat much that
We
day.
went to Rye to see the
Well, first we chased them down the Ruritan.
Yeah, they were.
And then at the auction, then we went to Rio, and then we ended up following them up to Cape and Springs to watch the fireworks.
Yeah.
We used to go up there. Guy and I'd go up there, and he'd help Bob get the cows. Of course, they had a place for them to drink, but the cows fell in the water and drowned.
Yeah.
Some of them.
Now I remember at the farm they said that Bob said he and Paula had to go up there with the axe and chip the ice out because there were a couple that were out in the middle of the water and they froze in place.
Yeah.
A lot of effort. She said they made money on it, though.
Well,
She enjoyed what she was doing.
Yeah.
Bob, well, she always was into cattle. That was her day.
Wouldn't know the first thing.
After she,
Do you remember Moriarty? Let's pick your brain there.
Son of a cow.
It was her little pig.
Oh,
That would have been 40 or so years ago. Wouldn't it?
yeah? No, I did not.
You don't remember that, eh?
I remember she got on the 4-H and somebody gave her the calf.
she always,
This was a little pig.
Yeah.
I don't remember the pig.
It was her pet. They had Tip Crow across that bridge and risk falling in the run. She had it over there in the pig pen. Until it got too big, we had to get rid of it.
Well, the bridge across the branch wasn't that bad.
that bridge was icy.
Oh, that it was.
Yeah.
But normally,
And it was swing.
I don't know why that popped into my mind.
really?
It's just an unusual name.
I thought you were talking about Aaron Moriarty, the reporter. Maybe that's what triggered it.
Pet pig.
Moriarty.
Moriarty or something like
Moriarty.
that. Do you remember that name? Paula's pet pig?
That sounds like something she'd come up with.
Remember that? You?
I don't remember her name of her pig, but I remember she had a pig.
Okay.
Now I remember.
Take him to the stump sale,
I remember
and
that.
she would cry
I remember that she and I
every time
were
she
down in the branch, and we built this rock pen for this goggle eye that we had trapped, and built these houses out of stones and put moss on them as a roof. Yep.
I bet there was clay in the hillside down below Russell's garage. Clay.
I'm not sure I remember that. I remember playing it. I remember playing in that Ford down there, but I don't remember the clay.
Naturally occurring, I guess. Strange. I'd never seen it anywhere live. Just in a bucket at school.
You know what they used to do over at Carton Harrison's place?
No.
Whenever we would, they would butcher the cattle and hang them up over, and it just scared me to death.
Why?
I guess.
Because I didn't want to see an animal killed. I didn't want to see a rabbit killed.
Yeah,
Anything
necessity.
moving, I didn't want to see it killed.
Circle of life.
Yeah. But you know something? That deer tasted awfully good when it came out of the freezer. And Mama would pat it, thaw it out, soak it, pat it in flour, and fry it in hot grease and a cast iron skillet. It tasted awfully good.
Ruth and Gerald went up over the hill above Granddaddy's, above the hog pen. And she about freaked out because there's so many skulls hanging in the trees.
Oh, really?
From deer
Oh,
and whatnot.
first time she went up there, we walked up the hill, up to the pond. Well, and we turned and we looked out towards the pond, and
They're snorting at us.
and the deer just, there was one deer and she started snorting at us, and then after she snorted again, there were three of them that turned tail and ran down the woods.
We
Yeah.
used to go down there to get water out of that pond.
Well, they built that in case there was a fire.
Yeah.
And plus they watered the garden with it.
I know about watering the garden because I remember the pump, but I didn't remember about fire. But with Mama, who was that? It was Ida and Charlie Connor that used to own that property,
Yeah.
and that supposedly the house was burning as they.
Yeah.
Yeah. That that supposedly George told somebody that.
It was a house back there, and they had the wall was still back there, and we would throw peach seeds out there, and then this trees would come up, and we'd have Alberta peaches come up back there, and whenever season come, we had peaches.
Where exactly was the house that burnt down? How far behind their
Right.
house they built?
It wasn't hardly any place, because they had a place on back down there where they put the septic tank, below that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's another problem I hope we don't run into.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
They used to come
We'll
and,
have to throw him out. if
used to
the
come
septic
and
is
pump
bad.
that out, But
What they
It-
cost.
it was cinder block.
Well, I was going to say, has it ever been pumped?
Not to my knowledge.
I think it probably needs to
It
be.
has been. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
In the last 50 years?
Yeah, it has been.
We,
Mama
ma-
had it done.
you know, son, that's something we may want to check.
Maybe Bob knows.
Well, Paula would have known.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
took care of stuff.
Paula would have known.
She did as much as she could. Really.
And then some.
Yeah, more than she should have
Some of them.
for a woman.
You know,
That never stopped her. She did the same thing Alma did. She'd go in cemetery, put flowers on graves at midnight, and wouldn't think anything of it.
I know. Well, that's the time she got around to it.
I know.
that's
Well,
the only time she
you
had
know
to
why
herself.
you know why you put them on there late at night,
Why?
so they'll be fresh in the morning.
Okay.
You didn't get there early in the morning to put them on.
One
Before
time,
you went to church.
I was going to buy a house that was across the street from a cemetery, and I told Dad about it. He said, "Well, son, if you got problems with the neighbors, you really got problems."
That's right.
I would not do that close to the cemetery because all that running down is right in your well.
It was on the other side of the street, and I didn't buy it, but
But up there at the trailer,
Is that something you have to disclose? How close you are to a cemetery?
I don't know. I guess it'd be pretty obvious.
Gary,
Airports.
the well is down 460 feet down. And the water is really good.
460
Up the
feet.
trailer.
I
Really?
think it's only 180.
No, it's longer than that.
I don't think so.
I know it's
460.
deep. It's really deep. Because Rhodey's water was orange.
It's that deep.
Well, I got
If it's that deep, it's limestone
if you
water.
had the-
It's an
It is
aquifer.
limestone water.
It's an aquifer, and it's probably as hard as a
Over home,
rock.
It was limestone water.
Mm-hmm.
Of course,
Tastes bad.
and you know what? It's Flintstone. Flintstone water.
Shame it wasn't crude
It
oil.
went right down through there. Because the Indians used to go through there, and they had a mound up there where the soldiers and the Indians had shot each other. And they had railed and come back there, and he got them little Indian darts.
Arrowheads.
Mm-hmm.
Arrows, yeah. Yeah.
I'd heard of that.
And up in Dutch Hollow, Daddy found those.
In Dutch Hollow.
Yeah.
Where did he find those rocks that look like sponges? I don't know what happened to them. You know what I'm talking about. They were very light.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was.
I don't
Where he
know.
found them up there in Dutch Hollow.
I don't know.
We had them, they looked like sponges.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
was down there in that spring along that Dutch Hollow Road. And,
Oh, is that
and
where-
we would get them. And they was hard.
3 minutes.
But I think
They
it,
look like
I think it looked like a sponge originally, and then they just died away. And we used to take them down to Wheaton and put them around the flower bed. And we had them rocks that was real shiny and had sparkles in them like a diamond. And we would tell this boy down over the hill that they was diamonds. And that's what you all would tell him.
Yeah.
And he believed it. And we told him across the street.
Get into dessert.
Someone's getting into the dessert.
It's about time. I hope it's still good. You want help her, or do you want?
Yeah, you better eat your I ate one of them. I ate too much today, but it takes a while.
Chocolate or the lemon one?
Oh,
I'm sure you like chocolate first. Chocolate.
Of course. I
It's
would.
got that little
I would too.
I like that.
I got my love of chocolate, honestly.
That might keep you awake, but I didn't sleep at all last night. Some nights I don't.
It's because you sleep all day.
No, I don't. It's hit or miss time. Because I don't want to see the commercials.
Yeah, but you sleep from one commercial to 2 hours in the future.